Nan and Papa have been separating the tomato juice from the tomatoes, and they're about to water bath them. Before this, they got all the skins off of the tomatoes. They just put them in some hot water for a little while. Then they put them in ice and just peel the skins off of them. And they crushed them into one of these over here buckets. And then they use this colander over here, right here, to get the pulp and the seeds out of the juice. There is the pulp, and they're about to put them in some jars. Here's the tomato juice that they've got in jars. I know they're kind of a hodgepodge of sizes here. They also put a half a teaspoon of salt per quart of tomato juice, and we've done some more. I can show you. I don't know if I'll stay up here and witness the whole thing. These others that they did first were not water bath. They were pressure canned, and these, they're on a water bath. I don't really know a whole lot about water bath. Maybe Nana can tell you about it real quick.
Tomatoes can be either pressure canned or water bath. And we pressure canned the last ones. We're going to water bath these because we've got a gallon, a 3-quart, and a 2-quart. And we're going to water bath them. They have to be water bathed for approximately 45 minutes. They're acidic, and they have to have water bath or pressure seal to make them seal and to keep the botulism down.
So you water bath them, and then after that you take the lids off of there, or the rings off of there rather?
You take the rings off. Take the rings off. You leave the flats on there, they'll suck down and it'll put pressure on them.
So you can reuse these rings as long as they're not broken or dinged or whatever else. But the lids, actually, these things Nana are holding, you're not supposed to reuse those.
You just want these kind of snug. You don't want them tight. When it cooks here, it cooks and air comes out of it, and then when it starts coming back, trying to come back in, this pulls down and it seals. So you want it where the air can get out of it, otherwise it'll explode.
And then you can just put these in your root cellar, keep it in a place where they won't freeze or they won't get too hot either, really. You don't have to store them with the rings on there. You take the rings off, but once you open it, if you want to keep using this, you need to put a ring on it then. But you can also get one of those little plastic doodads to put on there if you put it in the refrigerator. Those plastic lid doodads.
Once they cool, once they seal, you always date these. You always put the month and the year and what it is if you can.
And then if you can in the future, you make sure to use your oldest stuff first. If you open these or you get them on the shelf and the lid isn't a good seal, probably don't want to risk that. If it gives any at all, can you hear that? If it gives any at all, then it's not sealed very well. So you make sure it's sealed whenever you do it too, because you can pressure can them or water bath them and they not actually get sealed.
We opened some jars that had been canned a long time ago and hadn't been used, and we opened them and cleaned the jars to reuse the jars. We didn't intend to use the content, but there was some tomato juice, and it smelled great. It didn't look too good, and there was some green beans. It smelled great. It didn't look too good, but it had been in there a long time, probably 15 or 20 years. If it was a dire situation, I would have probably eat it, but it's not now. It might get that way, but I hope it don't. We needed the jars, so we opened it and fed the contents to the chickens and cleaned the jars, and we're reusing those. Jars are a little hard to find right now.
So the lids are having a hard time finding, and the jars are having a hard time finding.
And you really don't need that many rings because you only use them when they're being cooked. After you get them out and they seal, you take them off. 10 or 12 is all you really need.
There's not really a whole lot to show besides them coming into the water, putting them in the water, and then pulling them out. 45 minutes in boiling water. That's called a water bath. Or you can use pressure canner. It's got a gauge on here like this. You can recognize what they look like and how long does it take to do that.
Once it comes up to pressure, about 15 or 20 minutes. But it takes it quite a while to come up to pressure.
Can you do everything with water bath?
No. You need to use a pressure canner for meat.
We're doing it outside because it's summertime.
Neither one of us use air conditioner. If it's warm outside and you're cooking on the inside of the house, then it's going to make the house warmer, and you don't want to do that. So we're doing it outside. He's doing it on a turkey fryer.
Them two big ones ain't going to go in there together.
If you like things like this, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, select all so you never miss a notification.